Live from FedEx Forum, this is The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Hello, good people. Welcome.
Single on fish.
Welcome to The Odds Couple.
Single
Monday edition of the program.
on fish.
The more intimate,
Yes.
more
emotional.
emotional
Romantic.
edition of the show. Romantic. Here after Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it was
Hope everyone-
Valentine's Day.
Hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day.
Did you guys remember it was Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a big show for you today.
Just guy talk.
We're gonna talk some SEC basketball, some Tigers basketball, NBA, the weekend, All-Star weekend. It was a big weekend in sports. We'll see what we watched. We got Who Said It. We got some fish nuggets. We got some free picks. All coming up here on this Monday edition of The Odds Couple.
show.
I'm glad you're with us. I'm Rob Fisher. Lang Whitaker is
Hey,
here. Hello,
Rob.
Lang. How are you?
I'm well.
Good.
You guys, everybody's
Doing well. Good
Yep.
weekend. Good to
Yep.
see you.
Had a good weekend. I just literally an hour ago got out of the dentist chair
Ooh,
and rolled in here for the second time this weekend
you're a trooper.
because I went and did what I'm supposed to do. Got my teeth cleaned. Mm-hmm. You know, every 6 months.
Yeah, right.
Last Thursday, got my teeth cleaned. They were like, your teeth look great. Good job. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you coming in, doing the maintenance. You're doing the work.
Good job.
Friday morning, it's Valentine's Day. My son's school, they all have Chick-fil-A breakfast, and I'm responsible for bringing it in. So I go to Chick-fil-A, and they were running late, and I'm like, come on. And everybody's like, we got to get there in time. We got to get there. And they're like, oh, sorry, we're running late. And I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have pre-ordered it then. And finally, they bring me the food, and I was just so mad. I didn't even say thank you. I just took it, got in the car, got there with like 5 minutes to spare.
Right.
The kids are all chatting, but I got myself one chicken biscuit. Put them up. Got home, took a bite, crunch.
Oh, no.
A tooth comes out,
A whole tooth?
and I'm like, oh my gosh! Somebody at Chick-fil-A was so mad at me. They put a tooth in there. Then I realized it was my own tooth. It was
Wait, you just were at the dentist and they told you everything
literally
was fine.
18 hours previously.
I feel like they should be able to tell you if a tooth is about to fall out.
It was a crown, which is like a thing on top of your actual tooth.
Right.
But it just came out, and I'm wondering, like, I was like, all right, they must, because they like really floss
Sure.
hard. I'm thinking they must have like knocked something loose or something. So I called the dentist. Hey, my crown came out, and they were closed for the weekend. So I went today and got it cleaned back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like,
Was it
It's
painful for
okay.
the weekend? Because that could
no,
be
it didn't
painful,
hurt.
can it?
If it had been painful, I actually had my dentist's cell phone number. I would have called him directly.
Yeah.
But it wasn't painful. It was fine.
That's good.
So, but yeah, like it's just like I don't really like. No one likes going to the dentist to begin with.
No.
Terrified of it.
And now they mess.
Yeah.
Now I had to go twice.
I love my dentist.
Yeah.
I actually like my dentist a lot too. Like I don't have a problem. I didn't mind going the first time.
I used to be terrified of the dentist, but now I've come to grips with it, and they're wonderful
Yeah, I
people.
threw up on mine. Like
Oh, no.
I've always been like terrified. Like it freaks me out.
did you manage to like turn, or did you have the suction in your mouth?
No,
That probably would
teeth
clog it
cleaning, and it's like I needed to, and just it was like, like oh yeah, it was a rough. It was rough. Yeah,
How was your weekend? Better than that, I hope.
Yeah, weekend was good. Tried 2 new restaurants in town, which is cool. Yeah.
This was like a man about town since he's
one
got
of
the
them,
girlfriend now.
Yeah, one
Gotta
of
start
them.
blogging.
Well,
Vlogging or vlogging?
I really
Vlogging,
should.
yeah.
No,
Vlogging.
all the people who vlog, I swear, it's amazing. Like, it's everywhere now. People are vlogging. My gym, there's everybody's.
Vloggers?
Yeah. Oh God, they've got their setup, everything. Watch. They're on
the tripod
And
to
you
film
don't.
themselves, yeah.
Absolutely. There's multiple people at my gym that do that now. It's so annoying. Unless they're trying to actually like really watch themselves to make sure their form's right later.
Right.
That's I totally get. But if they're doing it for purposes of being an influencer, shut up. Like get out of here. But no, I went to Acre.
Yeah.
I don't know.
On Perkins. It's a fancy place. Looks like an old house. It was a house turned into a restaurant. It's great. It's more expensive. And then Isabella's in Bartlett. It's a pizza place. And I saw it written about in the Daily Memphian. This guy from New York who writes for the Daily Memphian. He's from New York City. He said it is the most authentic, like a New York slice that he's had in Memphis. I'll
be the judge of that.
And it was great. Isabella's was really good. Isabella's was.
Bartlett.
Isabella's in Bartlett. Yeah. And they were great. Gave us, told us it was our first time. Gave us
And a moose-boosh?
I would tell you the garlic. The garlic knots.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Their garlic knots, amazing.
Nice.
Amazing. Very doughy. Great.
I went to Garibaldi's this weekend.
Garibaldi's is good.
Yeah, I had a little Garibaldi's. Shout out
I
to
had
Garibaldi's.
Garibaldi's a couple weeks ago, like a month ago maybe. First time in years.
Pastas are fantastic.
Thought it was great.
Pizza's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife had the sickness that's been going on. You know, everybody's had
the
like a
flu.
cold
The
flu,
thing.
yeah.
So she was in bed all weekend, and we had no Grizzlies games. There weren't even Grizzlies games to watch.
So you had to take care of her.
No, I was like, I dropped food off up there, but like we were trying to like avoid.
Drop it when you just leave it at the door. And
Yes.
then you knock. You're
Knock.
like, it's there.
I slid the soup under the door.
You were
He
DoorDash.
installed a dog door on the door.
We were trying to avoid me and the kid getting sick,
Right.
You know, because we didn't want to like pass it along to anybody else. So she got over it, but I realized like just how like I was just kind of bored. Like I was just there was nothing to watch. I
No,
didn't
it
want
sucks.
like college basketball was like I watched the hockey,
Yeah.
because that was kind of fun to watch. But like I didn't want to like watch a show or a movie or something
Yeah.
that she would want to watch with me because
Right.
we couldn't watch together. So eventually we did watch. She got better, and we watched the movie that won the Best Picture for the British Oscars, Conclave.
Conclave.
I started
okay.
doing my research for our
our
Odds
Oscar
Couple
show?
Oscar show. We watched
I may
Conclave.
watch. Is there any of the
Oscar
Oscars
show,
movies?
February 27th.
Are any of them on Netflix
The Conclave is on
or Max?
Peacock for free. I watched it on Peacock.
Conclave is on Peacock. Okay.
It's pretty good. It's about.
I'm gonna watch one tonight because there's nothing really on tonight. There's a
Yeah,
couple
tonight's a good
basketball
one.
games, but there's nothing on
Conclave is
tonight.
good. It's about like the Pope. Like the Pope dies, and it, you know they have like this whole thing where how do they elect a new Pope? There's like this whole ceremony.
How do they elect a new
That's
pope?
what this thing's about. So
Okay.
they bring in all the cardinals from all over the world, and then they have a vote, and like they're all trying to like lobby each other behind the scenes because
So
like
there's lobbyists.
no, just the cardinals themselves. They're like
Yeah.
they have like their factions.
How many Pope candidates are
There's it's however many you want. You can vote for anybody. So at the first vote, there's like 7 or 8 people get votes. out
So
of
they
like
could
100.
vote for like Trump to be the pope.
No, it has to be one of the other cardinals.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be one of the other
Yeah,
cardinals. Oh, you made it seem like
No.
I'm going to be the Pope.
What is that? I'll be the best pope ever. Nobody has poped better than I have poped than I could pope.
No, but it's a good movie. You should watch it.
Now that Trump should be the pope too.
Or Elon. Put Elon in it.
Sure.
Oh, we get Doge in the Catholic Church.
Doge sounds like I bet the Catholic Church could use Doge.
Oh my
like if
gosh.
anybody has like some wastefulness and like money, you could probably.
They do need to get Doge for NBA All-Star for the NBA
That's a good
All-Star.
point.
There was so much crap last night that was not
Yes.
basketball, and I'm like, what are we doing here?
Doge meet Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Like let's write it.
And the ceremony for TNT.
Has any person ever said? Has any person ever said? I just wish I had more access to Kevin Hart.
I said Kevin Hart's the booty call. Tony Allen once
You
called.
need somebody. You call Kevin Hart.
Yeah, like it used to be. Tony Allen famously said that about Ryan Hollins because we signed him to a 10-day, released him, signed him, released him. It was like 3. How many times was it? It's like 3 or
and he had gone around the league too.
Yeah, and he'd gone around the league, and Tony Allen's like, anytime we need somebody, we just call Ryan Hollins, and he just brings them on back. And it feels like anything is like that with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
The NBA, the Olympics, ABC, CBS, NBC. It's like we need
It
somebody.
feels like Kevin Hart also just has never said no.
Yeah, let's just call Kevin Hart.
Anybody calls
Kevin Hart will do it.
He's available.
Yeah, Kevin, do you think you might be? Yes. Like,
This
you just
used
give
to
a
be
quick
Jamie
yes.
Foxx, and now it's
Yeah, that's true.
Kevin Hart.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wanted to ask you guys what you watched over the weekend. Anybody watch Daytona?
I tried.
I didn't. Who won?
Billy Byron.
Billy Byron,
I
second
turned
year
it
in a
on.
row.
It started at like 12 or 1. I turned it on about 2 or 3, and it wasn't on.
Yeah.
And they were all just sitting in an empty stadium.
Yeah.
And then I started like Googling around, and I found out they had a weather delay or
Yes.
something. So it ended up happening last night. Is that right?
Correct. Well, it like staggered. They had a
Okay.
delay.
Yeah.
Trump was there,
The Rizzler was
started
there, too.
and
He's
then
starting
they
his
had a delay.
campaign to be Pope.
The
Every
Rizzler
time
was there,
I-
too. He might be a Pope, too.
I saw the Rizzler was there.
Yeah.
He's part of the Boom family, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Boom family.
I
I saw
don't know.
Baby Gronk was at Kansas State fraternity house this weekend too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Between like Baby Gronk, the Rizzler, Mr. Beast, there was like a lot of influencer stuff
Yeah.
this weekend.
Lot
There's
of
a big
influencer
influence.
stuff.
Yeah,
Four Nations. Did you watch the Four Nations?
I did. That was great. That
Yeah.
U.S.-Canada game with the 3 fights in the first 10 seconds was awesome.
because they booed the anthem.
That's right. Yeah.
You don't boo our
And the
anthem.
Kachucks were like, no.
Yeah, the Kachucks. ain't
I didn't know
having
there
that.
were two
house.
Kachucks playing.
The Kachuk
They're
brothers.
both Keith's sons.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Matthew.
David.
Is
One
that
of them's David.
David Kachuk.
What are we like freaking Bible characters here?
Matthew, David.
Matthew and David.
Maybe Keith and Chuck's the new pope. I watched some of that, and then I know it's happening right now. There's the other match, Sweden, Finland.
Let me get you a score. It was 4-0
It's
after
Brady.
2
Canada.
Brady. Matthew and Brady.
Brady.
David. I was like, what are the Bible
Matthew and Brady.
characters?
4-0 Canada with 18:55 to go in the third period.
Yeah, so Canada's going to play the U.S. in the championship. Looks like,
Which
yeah.
will be cool.
I thought they already played.
They did, but
they
this
So
did.
why do they have to play again?
it's round
It's
robin.
round
It's the
robin,
two best
and then you
teams.
have a title game, yeah.
Now you have a winning championship game.
Yeah, so that was cool. Tonight you got U.S. and Sweden.
There's
That's at 7.
There's a protest on South Main right now. They're protesting the Trump administration on President's Day. Just wait till I go. Should I go tell him that he's actually going to run for Pope instead?
Show up dressed like the Pope.
He's going to.
Hello, my people.
You watch any college hoops over the weekend?
I did. I watched the Alabama Auburn game.
That was a great game.
That was a good game. I was a little surprised it wasn't closer. Like Auburn kind of had that 10-point lead the whole game, sat on it. Alabama closed it in the second half a little bit, but Alabama couldn't shoot. They just could not make those threes, and Auburn was killing them. But Janai Broom reminded me of a cross between Draymond Green and Jared Dudley. He looks like Jared Dudley, plays like Draymond Green. He's a good player, though.
He's a good player.
You know, as long as he's healthy, I think they got a shot. That Pettifer guy was really good for Auburn, too. The freshman, he was
Yeah.
just scoring at will down the stretch.
Yeah, I saw some of this and I thought, my God, like Alabama's a really, really good team. They're the number 2 team in
Yeah.
the country, and they are not close to Auburn's level. Like Auburn's, it was noticeable. Auburn is the better team here. It
so
wasn't
big
like,
and
man, this is.
athletic
It's not like, man, this is neck and neck and can go either
Yeah.
way. It's like, dude, Auburn's
Although
the better team.
If Alabama shot the ball, like, I wonder what they finished shooting. I'm going to look right now. But at one point, they were like 0 for 8 at the start of the game on threes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tennessee was a good game, although they came back to beat Vanderbilt. They did not cover the 12.5.
Yeah.
But they were down 16 and fought back to win it by 5 over Vanderbilt, 81-76. Ole Miss losing at home to Mississippi State, 81-71. Good win for the Bullies, and tough loss there for Ole Miss as they fall at home in that one. Kentucky losing at Texas. That was a good game, 82-78 as well. And Florida looks great. They're up to number 2 in the country after they dismantled South Carolina. So it's been good. Now, the Tigers game was not good.
That was a disaster.
Memphis Tigers, disaster. Led by 8 and really had a chance to put the game away, I thought, in the second half and just couldn't do it. And Wichita State hung around. And then they're able to send it to overtime and get the victory. So just bad. I mean, every loss for the Tigers is bad, which is unfortunate. You'd love to be able to come in here and say, well, you lost a conference game on the road. No big deal.
Yeah.
But it is a big deal in this conference, unfortunately. But it is going to happen for the Tigers, and you just hope there aren't many of them.
Yeah.
But this was a bad team.
Yeah, but
So,
that's the
J-
problem. It just keeps happening.
Yeah, I saw Jerry Palm has them on the 7. Has them on the 7. I tweeted after this game. I was like, it feels inevitable when it's all said and done. They're going to be on the 8-9 line, aren't they? And you look at the teams in the net. They're like 49th in the net, and they're sandwiched between. It's Boise and San Diego State, and it's like Boise, Memphis, San Diego State, and it just feels like. I look up and I see Jerry Palm's projections, and he has them as a 7 playing a 10 seed Vanderbilt. And I'm like, they would not put Memphis against Vanderbilt. They would put us against like San Diego State. And I look up and San Diego State's listed as a 10 seed. I'm like, it's 100%. I was like, they're going to be in an 8-9 game against Boise, which they have been before, or they're going to be in a 7-10 game against Boise or San Diego State. Like, that's exactly what it's going to be. So if they lose one more, they'll be on the 8-9 line. if they stay where they are, they still could be. I still believe they could be on the 8-9 line because nobody else has the losses that they have in the quad 3 in quad 3 or whatever.
They still got to play UAB.
The average KenPom rating of their last 5 games is like 160. That's the average KenPom rating if you average it all out. So it says this conference does nothing but hurt you, it doesn't help you. And that's true in a sense because your wins don't help you gain seeds. You don't move up. So say whatever the Tigers were after their non-conference schedule, say they were a 4 seed, you would have them penciled in after their non-conference schedule, you have them penciled in as a 4 seed. Winning all of the games in the conference are not going to move you up to a 3 seed, a 2 seed, a 1 seed. It is what it is. That's where you're going to be. But the losses do move you down.
I saw people making this argument on Twitter this weekend that just exactly what you said. The wins don't help you.
They help.
But the losses hurt you.
Yeah, the losses hurt you. The losses
and my
do
thought
hurt
was,
you.
well, no, the wins help you because they mean you're not losing.
Well, so I thought
but there are times when they've actually won games and they've dropped in the net.
Well, I mean,
there's
crappy teams.
winning
No,
a lot of
get
times
it.
isn't helping either.
Yeah, they need to kill those teams. They need to kill those teams, and they're not killing them.
They're winning by
But
13.
I do think they help. They help you in the sense that they're not losses, and you are going to stay where you are. Like if you were, say you were a 4 seed coming out of the non-conference, if you win all your conference games, you're not going to drop to like a 6 or 7 seed. They're not going to do that. You would just stay there at the 4 seed, at a 4 seed probably. But
Think they win out?
I think they should win out. I think they will. I do.
UAB
I'm
is
looking
a
at
tough
it.
one.
At UAB could be the tough one. The rest of them are.
Yeah.
I think this team, to their credit, compared to seasons past, I think for the most part they've come in with a pretty good mentality, night in and
They
night
have,
out.
and
I mean, even playing these bad teams, I think they've come out with the right mentality. They've played hard.
They had won 12 out of 13 before that game.
And but you're going to have a game like this, and the other team gets a little confidence, and they're going to come. They're going to beat you. But I think for the most part they have. So I'm with you. I think they will win out.
Yeah, you don't have, because college basketball is so different than the Calipari days. So the Calipari days, like those years, like you had one of the 3 best rosters in college football or college basketball, one of the 5 best rosters in college basketball. They don't have one of the 5 best rosters in college basketball now. But if they had Auburn's roster, or Alabama's roster, or something like that, or Duke, well, then they would run through this conference. Like they just would, even playing like their C game or D game, they could still win those games. But they can't do that with their talent. And they do have talent. They do have good players, but like it's not so talented. Like we saw them against Auburn. Memphis shot the ball amazing against Auburn and still got their asses kicked. Like there is level. Yeah. There are levels to this. Yeah. So, no, I think they're probably just Jerry Palm came out and had them on the 7 line. So I mean, I think they very well could end up on that 8-9 game, or it could be that 7. Look at the teams that like even the team like Ole Miss. Ole Miss's worst loss is Memphis. Missouri's worst loss is Memphis. And Memphis is a good team, but like that's the level of competition that those teams play. Yeah. So I do wonder on the other side, what if Memphis played in one of these better conferences? Doesn't mean they'd be a better seed. They'd be playing more. They'd be playing tougher games, which means you're probably losing more of them too. So
is what it is.
Is what it is.
By the way,
shout out Mason Cameron.
The AAC, Florida Atlantic, is hosting Wichita State Thursday night. I just saw this on Twitter. It's going to be Seinfeld night. Kramer will be there.
Oh my!
To do photographs and autographs. You can get a custom Seinfeld poster, and they have a Pez dispenser giveaway. It's perfect for sneaking into a piano recital, it says. And they're going to honor the renowned marine biology program. Sir George wanted to be a marine biologist.
Oh, the sea was angry that day.
Oh,
like an old man returning soup at the deli. Yeah.
All right, how about a couple of big beats from the weekend? One, the Nevada Books. How about the Nevada Books? The Super Bowl upset produced a record boom for Nevada sportsbooks. The state sportsbook won a net $22.1 million on the Super Bowl, the most ever, according to the Nevada Gaming Control Board. However, the $22.1 million win tops the $19.7 on Super Bowl 48. The record haul for Nevada sportsbooks comes despite a significant drop in the amount wagered. Approximately $151.6 million was bet on this year's Super Bowl, a 20% decrease from last year's game. So fewer bets, Nevada won more money. So congratulations to
Great.
Nevada.
So
Which is wild because the biggest bets, like the 5 biggest bets, I think there was one late that came in on Kansas City, but for the most part, the biggest bets were all on the Eagles. Like the 500,000 and ups were all on the Eagles, which all won. But you get those $10 to $100 bettors, man. Those amounts, those add up fast, and they're all for Kansas City when the public's betting. So.
All right, number 2, we got Paid in Full. I don't know if you saw this story. There was
Great album.
EPMD.
There was a kid at a UMass basketball game that hit a half-court shot to win $10,000. The sponsor, however, who was running the thing, said that the kid had he had his foot on the line. According to the sponsor, his foot was on the line at half court.
I saw this.
They took it away and said that he would not get it. And at first, UMass announced that they would award him like season tickets and all this other stuff. And he said, no, thank you. And then UMass decided to come up with the money. And the school actually is going to pay the kid the $10,000. So good for
because the insurance company wouldn't.
Because the insurance company wouldn't. No.
Insurance companies, man.
So,
It's like the kid who hit the $100,000 shot at the All-Star game last night.
Jaron?
Jaron.
Yeah,
his name was Jaron, whose dad got him tickets the day of the game when they dropped, when the prices dropped.
As soon as it ended, I said, I wonder how the kid got tickets. Like, it's just a normal kid, you know? Yeah. The dad's semi-retired. I read this whole story. AP had a story about him this morning. The kid's in college at a junior college, and he's like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I can pay for college now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy,
must be nice
stuff. Yeah. All right, number 3, we got Cougar Cheetah. The Cougs. How about the Cougars? The Houston Cougars won their 11th straight road game of the season as they won at Arizona. It was a heck of a win for Houston. Great basketball game. The Cougs are alone in first place in the Big 12. So congratulations to Houston, winning 11 straight games.
I was told I need to start watching them. That they're
keep an eye on the Cougs.
Yeah,
they're good.
That they're better offensively than they have been. And that they've got a point guard that they're legit. Yeah. I think they were legit. Was it last year?
Yeah.
And they just all got hurt. Jamal Shed got hurt. Like their whole team got hurt. And then by the time they played,
coach. Like
by the time they played Duke in the Sweet 16, they were just all beat up. Or decimated. The Elite Eight, what it was. Yeah, they were decimated with injury. That I like decimated.
Decimated's a good one. All right, let's take a break here on the Odds Couple. We are just underway. When we come back, we'll talk All-Star Game and All-Star Weekend. What you thought of it? And I have I got a take on these All-Stars, or on the NBA in general. It's All-Star Week. Also, we got Fish Nuggets. That's coming up. Who Said It coming up later in the show as well. Free picks. It's all ahead. Picks. This is the Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
A night of comedy with Sebastian Maniscalco and Jim Gaffigan.
Now, is this a family? Is this your mother? Where is she? Is she in the crowd? You don't know where your mom is. The mom's up there. What kind of family is this? I'm sorry.
Sebastian Maniscalco and Jim Gaffigan.
I went ziplining for the last time. What is wrong with us? Would you pay $200 to feel like you're about to die 6 times?
Live in Memphis, FedEx Forum, Friday, February 21st. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com.
It's your turn to drive into luxury at Southland Casino Hotel. Join us on Saturdays to win your share of up to $1 million in free play and prizes. And don't miss the chance to take home luxury itself during the grand finale drawings. Drive off in a 2025 Land Rover on February 1st or a 2025 Range Rover on March 1st. 2 vehicles, 2 finales, 1 million ways to enjoy luxury only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everyone. Monday edition of the Odds Couple. Glad you're with us. Don't forget, we're with you every Thursday as well at 2 o'clock. CJ Hurt joins us for that as well. John Roser here, Lang Whitaker here. I'm Rob Fisher. Thanks for being with us here today. We all did watch some of the festivities from All-Star Weekend. What stood out? What'd you like? What didn't you like? What your overall take on All-Star Weekend?
I liked the actual basketball. Didn't like most of the other stuff.
So when was the actual basketball?
Just in between the other stuff.
In between the other
just
stuff?
kind of sandwiched in there.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be my take.
What about dunk? Dunk?
It was fun. I watched it with a couple of 12-year-old boys. They were totally into it.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the audience for the problem with a lot of this stuff is when like Mr. Beast comes on and everyone on Twitter is like, "Ooh, we don't know Mr. Beast." If you're around a bunch of kids, Mr. Beast comes on, they go crazy. That's who they want to see. They want to see Mr. Beast. So like that kind of stuff, whatever. It's kind of like, too old for it, whatever. You get complaining, get off my lawn, all that stuff. But that being said, there was like, we don't need I appreciate what Inside the NBA has done for the NBA as much as anyone, but we don't need a 20-minute tribute during the final championship game.
They're not going away either.
Yeah, it's still going.
I mean, they're going to ESPN.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like
It's also like not the last game of the season, though. That's my point.
Right.
Yeah, we still have a lot of season left.
Roser, what did you think of the weekend?
So I didn't get to see any of the Rising Stars, so I started off with All-Star Saturday Night, and the first thing I see is Wemby and Chris Paul cheating. So,
How about that? That was great, wasn't it?
Come on.
Isn't that great?
So I'll remember Wemby and Chris Paul cheating, and I'll remember Mac McClung dunking over the Kia. For people say, there are some people that are trying to do, Stephon Castle actually had better dunks. More athletic dunks. Had more athletic dunks in the final round. I mean, dude, you don't remember. I don't remember any of Stephon Castle's dunks. I remember
his dunks being good.
Yeah, but I don't remember what they were.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he had
Mac
good
McClung.
dunks. Yes.
I remember those dunks.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude,
Mainly
his
the
first
Kia.
dunk, he jumped over a car. The
Jumped
best
over
was
the Kia,
when
and he almost broke his leg, dude.
The first one he missed,
Yeah.
but he cleared the car.
He cleared the
jumped
car.
up the car, and then he goes running back. I'm like,
Yes.
what the hell?
I was at the
Yes.
All-Star game when Blake Griffin jumped over the car.
The Kia.
Yeah, but we all saw the car parked under the stands beforehand, so you kind of knew what was coming. And at the time, the Kia had just signed on with the NBA. It was like a big thing,
Right.
and Blake was kind of Lob City had just started. But when they brought the car out, they positioned it for Blake, so he only had to jump over the hood. You remember?
Yeah.
Like it was only like the part of it. So when they brought it out for McClung, it was kind of interesting because like they were really carefully positioning it. My other takeaway was I want to be the dunk coach for those guys.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? The dunk coach?
Yeah, that dude was like,
He threw a bunch of bad alley-oops.
Bad alley-oops.
threw
Yeah.
a ton of them.
I could do that.
Buzelis' first dunk could
man.
have been awesome if he could have gotten it. Like to bounce it between the legs and then come back. And like that could have looked cool. If he
Tribute
would
to
have,
Chris Anderson by Buzelis.
If he
Missing
were-
25
yes.
dunks to start.
Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, McClung saved the thing.
Three-point contest was all right.
Three-point contest.
It's always fun.
They should have found a way to get Curry in there. Once the Curry Ionescu thing wasn't happening, it's like, Adam Silver. I literally saw an All-Star game in Charlotte where you put Dirk and Dwayne Wade in the game because it was their last seasons in the league. And you just made them you just put them on the All-Star
Michael
team.
Jordan did it one year.
Yeah,
and made 0 shots.
Yeah, just put Curry in the three-point contest. Like,
I think he didn't want to do it. I think apparently they tried.
Yeah.
He said no. But somebody made an astute point on social media this weekend that like now that all that stuff is just like that's really just a starry advertisement that they've kind of shoehorned a 3-point contest into it.
yeah.
Like you remember last year the court was friggin' green. Like when they showed the highlights of last year, everybody looked horrible.
Yeah, that's fine. The sponsor pays for it.
But it just felt like
whatever.
it feels like a little. It's a little.
And they
much.
got the story ball.
The starry
the starry
ball,
balls
everything's
that,
yellow.
that they shoot.
What do we think of the format for the game?
That's fine. We got it because these dudes don't want to try for 4 quarters. So, I don't expect them. So I said, I don't expect you to bust your ass here for 4 quarters. I don't expect it. They never did that in the 90s. They didn't do it in the early 2000s.
Give me preseason speed.
And then when it gets to the 4th quarter, just play. It's usually a 10-point game or something like that, 10 to 12, and then you can play. They absolutely. Someone, I can't remember who it was, said last night. It's when these guys do play pickup against each other in the summer, they're not going regular season speed or regular season intensity, but they do play with an intensity and a competitiveness against each other.
Yeah.
They could do that. There
was a tweet from somebody who covers the Thunder. I bookmarked it where he said, what the NBA doesn't understand about their fans is that they like watching basketball.
Yeah, because they got so many other gimmicky crap.
I think they understand that. They just don't understand how to package it as the right way. And trying to do all this other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, let's
hear your rant.
So often in the last couple of days, you've seen things about there's a problem with basketball, the product. There's a problem with the product.
Draymond says it's boring.
That goes to what I'm about to say. My feeling on this has been, man, the dudes who are supposed to be selling your product, all they do is crap on your product.
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins craps on the product. Richard Jefferson, Stephen A. Draymond is being paid to be on a set at the All-Star game, and all he does is poop on it for the whole time.
Yeah.
Talking about how these guys don't even deserve to be there. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm watching the NBA product. And these guys, the way they treat it, that's the problem with the product, is that all the people who are paid, the talking heads, to talk about the product, all they do is talk poorly about the product. How the game's boring, how there are too many threes, how guys sit out all the time, how coaches don't know how to coach, how players don't play hard, how this guy saw. I mean, it's constant, that the game is terrible. And these are from the people who are supposed to be promoting the game.
Draymond's fake performative outrage last night
was embarrassing.
Was terrible because he comes out and he says, what was his argument? That he was like, these guys, you can't have rookies playing on the all. They're not supposed to touch the court. And then he's like, they shortened down the times. Jason Tatum's not going to have the chance to break the scoring record.
Yeah,
he wants to get
you're
that
playing
55.
to 40. This isn't basketball. This is stupid.
Last season, Draymond took shots at Karl Anthony Towns for trying to break the scoring record in the same game. Draymond, not necessarily known for a complete embrace of self-awareness.
No.
Also complaining about changing the rules when he's part of the reason they had to change the rules. Yes. He was in all those games where the guys just loafed around and didn't do jack for the whole game.
Draymond Green is the Kanye West of the NBA.
Oh,
the
you like
dude
him?
just says stuff for shock value. Doesn't really believe the crap he's saying. A lot of
when
it,
he said he's the next Warriors head coach?
Yeah, it's just performative.
He's already got a deal in place.
What the hell?
It's performative. He doesn't believe half the crap he's saying.
But for some reason, there's no consequences for him.
NBA.
Same with
The
Kanye.
NBA is not boring. It's not. They're like ratings are down in the NBA. Look, dude, the reason ratings have corrected themselves as people have more and more things they do in their life and shorter attention spans. All it is, go look at the ratings regular season for Major League Baseball and the NBA in the United States. They're virtually the exact same. The NBA is Major League Baseball in America. People generally, there are 30 teams and there's 82 games per team. Dude, that is almost 2,500 basketball games a year. People, and they're played every day of the week. Mm-hmm. People do not have time to sit there and tune into that every day. They don't have time to do it. They pay attention to their team.
Yeah.
Just like you do in baseball. Yeah. You have an idea of what's going on with other teams and standings, but you know about the Braves.
But I only watch the Dodgers when they play the Braves.
Right.
I only watch the Cubs when they play the Braves.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's every day. Major League Baseball is every day of the week.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the NBA, it is every day of the week. The NFL is not.
Yeah.
And college football is not. You don't. It's pretty much, there's Thursday night an NFL game and there's Monday night NFL game. But for the most part, Dude, it is Sunday. It is one day a week that I'm watching this. College football, it is Saturday. It is one day a week that I watch it, that you all got to pay attention to it. And you can build your life, your week around that one day rather than, well, if it's an NBA game, well, man, there's a game that night too, and then there's a game that night, and there's a game that night, and there's a game that, well, there's national TV that night. Like, there's a million different games. Nobody can do that. Yeah. And if you want to, it's amazing. I've done it several times. YouTube, say you miss, because I did this. I missed the Celtics Thunder. I was watching the NFL. I missed the Celtics Thunder game this year in OKC that OKC ended up running away with in the fourth quarter. I literally went on YouTube that night, and I got the game in a 10-minute condensed version.
I just think the crap we had to go through last year with this basketball team and how bad it was with all the injuries and all. I would think if I went on the air and said this product is crap, that the first thing that would happen is my boss would be in my ear and say, stop saying that. Yeah. I mean, are people at TNT last night like, after the show, that was good stuff, everybody.
Well,
that was great stuff, everybody. Way to make the NBA look terrible.
One of them's deal is up in a couple of months.
Who?
TNT.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know,
so
also,
I guess maybe they don't care.
They probably don't care. Well, you know, here's the other thing. Like, Draymond, like, the Warriors, like, man, your team has kind of sucked. Like, your team's not amazing.
Yeah, but
now
we'll
see.
The championship.
You just made the trade for Jimmy Butler, so maybe things will change. But before that, well, we know where it was going. So maybe the product did kind of suck for you. But, like, guess what? It does for losing teams. Last season, dude, it sucked for us. It did. It was miserable.
It was horrible.
It was horrible having to go there. I was telling Bennett about this. I was like, Bennett, guess when the Titans product didn't suck? When you had Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, and A.J. Brown, and you went to the AFC Championship game, guess when it did suck? This past season when you're terrible.
When you did.
When you're good. Like, the NBA is not boring. It's not. Like, but I do agree that these guys they latch onto this one idea. Do I think things could be better with the NBA? There are parts that I am envious of college basketball with. It is not the level of talent, clearly, because those guys all aspire to be in the NBA, because the NBA has the best basketball players in the world. You go from college, you want to make it to the NBA. But what I do think is great about college basketball is when you have Tennessee play Kentucky, or you have Alabama play Tennessee, or, you know, UCLA matches up against, Florida or something like that. You have so many teams that play different styles of basketball. I think that is cool, and you don't really have that in the NBA. It feels like everybody does kind of play the same way. There are some teams that take it to the extreme, i.e. the Boston Celtics, who are the champions, and they take 5 million threes a game. For the most part, a lot of teams take a ton of threes, and you can generally look at three-point. You can look at who hit the most threes, and you generally can't tell who wins. But the NBA is still fun. Like, man, they play at a faster pace than they ever have before. The game gets up and down. Are there things they need to clean up? Yes. But it's not a bad product.
No. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, it's a game show that it's swept the nation.
Already swept.
It has swept the nation. It's Who Said It?
It is.
That's coming up next here on The Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A exclusive first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance, to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker with Rob Fisher, with John Roser. It's time to play Who Said It, the game show that has swept the nation. It was sweeping. Yep. Now it is swept. It's already swept. We had a lot of content during the football season, and I was worried now that football's over. What are we going to do? Oh, there's still
We're good?
There's still plenty of content.
Is Jameis talking basketball?
Hopefully we can get Jameis involved. Okay. You missed last week. We had a whole entire Jameis Who Said It.
Oh. Nice.
CJ was about to kill himself. CJ it was just me and CJ doing the show.
You literally did all Jameis.
All Jameis. Because he was doing the Fox. He was the Fox, guy. My main takeaway was what a hard worker that guy is, because he was everywhere at the Super Bowl. Yeah, like they really. I know how you give a guy a camera crew and hey, go make some content. It'd be pretty easy for Jameis to kind of, he was everywhere. So good on Jameis. But I thought we'd start today, guys, with a bonus clip.
Oh, I love it.
I assume you might have seen it. A lot of the NBA players who aren't involved with the All-Star weekend, like Luke Kennard's having his jersey retired at his old high school. Mm-hmm. Desmond Bain, I believe tonight, is having his college jersey retired at TCU. Terrence Shannon, who's on the Timberwolves, had his jersey retired at Illinois.
Oh, man, this is a tough one, yeah.
So they raised it to the sky. They wanted to commemorate the career. And they dropped it upside down.
You would have thought they ran through rehearsals of this and saw the banner and
they just hung it. The worst part is when they're raising it up and it just takes forever, and he and his family are just standing there
the AD had to do a press conference after
before the actual post-game press conference.
Yeah.
The AD apologized.
Can you imagine sitting there, clapping, smile on your face, and you see that? Oh my!
Imagine
God.
you go back to your college town for the weekend. Your family's all there, it's all that, and you get there. It's this moment and that.
That's rough. That is rough.
All right, we're going to start with a clip that we've already sort of talked about. You guys are going to know it. But there's some reactions and other things I want to get to. Clip one, it's not smart basketball no more. I saw a clip where Kobe said, "Yo, it's accidental." He couldn't have been more right. It was so refreshing to play against LeBron because every possession's like a chess match. You don't get that on a regular basis. It's just who can run faster, who can hit more threes. It's no substance, so I think it's very boring.
That's Draymond Green.
That's Draymond.
Yeah.
The best quote, though, is the
not
one that...
Not smart basketball no more. I saw a clip not too long ago where Kobe said, yo, it's accidental basketball. He couldn't have been more right. It was so refreshing to play against Bron because every possession is like a chess match. But you don't just get that on a regular basis. It's just who can run faster, who can hit more threes. It's no substance. And so I think it's very boring.
So he will not say that, but he said they're going to win the title. So if they win the title, he's going to talk about how tough it is and how
I like how Jacob listed him as a podcaster.
Podcaster, Golden State Warriors. Wow.
Very nicely done. Yeah, and the best response to this was Oscar Robertson.
Well, let's go to clip two.
Yeah, clip two.
Clip two on Sirius XM. We don't. If you want to just roll the clip, we don't even have to put the thing up there.
Draymond said so much, who cares what Draymond says? He doesn't mean anything. People, this is what I mean, one guy can say this, and one guy can say that. The game is what it is. People either like the game or they don't, and I think people enjoy the game, especially if their team can win. And you look at the basketball, it might be boring him because if he's not passing the ball to Curry, what is he doing?
I agree. Triple single is...
He goes on to say if he's not throwing it to Curry, why is Draymond on the court?
Yeah.
That's his job.
Yeah, so. That a baby, Big O.
Yeah, Big O response.
Shout out to the Big O because a lot of times you'll hear past players talk about how the game does suck today.
Yeah.
Because it was better back then.
Yes.
For him not to say that, I think is telling and very nice to hear.
Oscar Robertson never talks. He should talk more. Like, I hear him speak, and I'm like, I wish they would talk to him more. Maybe he probably doesn't want to. But
usually you see him just sitting there silent.
yeah,
courtside.
he just sits there quiet. Like, they should talk to Oscar Robertson more.
I agree.
He's actually very thoughtful in the game. Like,
But at the same time, like, part of the thing is a lot of times those old players don't have anything else to talk about. When I used to do a podcast with Rick Fox, like Sekou Smith and I, we knew, like, all right, we don't have anything to get to here. Let's just ask Rick about, like, the old days.
Right.
And, like, you knew he would, like, riff for 5 minutes about the old days versus, today. And these guys now, they don't have any, they shoot threes. They're not playing.
Can't guard guys.
Yeah. It was easy. It was like, and I think for a lot of these guys, it's like, all right, all these guys have podcasts now. Like they need something to talk about. Let's do 5 minutes to get off my lawn.
Right.
So
I think he's right. I mean, and the online numbers render to be true. Like, people do watch the NBA? They care about the NBA. Yeah. They just consume it in a different way.
Well, look at the number of people that come to this building for every home game. People enjoy it.
Also, part of it is like, it does drive me nuts that, like, I have YouTube TV and they don't have, like, FanDuel. So I have to pay for FanDuel, which is fine. But, like, I can't just, like, be on YouTube TV and then bring back the last button. But instead we all have.
We have it. No, we have it. It's called cable.
Yeah,
right. I have it. That's right. Fish and I, we're still there.
But I got rid of it. They pissed me off so bad. I got rid of their cable. But I still have their internet because their internet's amazing. But, like, yeah, like if I could just hit, if I could be in Netflix and then hit last and go to FanDuel that has the Grizzlies game instead of exiting out and having to go to this and then go to.
Half the time you got to sign back in.
And even recently, the Denver Nuggets, like their fans have not been able to watch their home games.
Yeah.
For how many years? It's been like 4 years or something. Yeah. That's insanity.
Yeah.
They freaking won the title 2 years ago.
It happens in baseball all the time. Not Trump's comment about Trump on the Dodgers forever were like blacked out in LA.
If I were president, the Dodgers never would have been blacked out. That's another failure of Governor Newsom.
All right, here we go. Clip 3.
Doesn't want you to see your beautiful baseball team.
Clip 3 reporter. What advice would you give to your 12-year-old self? The player said, I feel like I was pretty locked in at 12, man. Who said it?
Jason Tatum?
I'll go Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I would say Anthony Edwards. This feels like Anthony Edwards saying I was locked in at 12.
It's a great quote. All right, roll it.
I felt like I was pretty locked in at 12, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man.
He's half joker, but it's an awesome answer.
I love KD.
He's the best.
I love KD because you can see it though because that dude even in the offseason, there's video of him like in a nightclub practicing his jump shot, doing this while like songs everybody's dancing around him and he's like working on his jump shot.
He's a junkie. He's a hoops junkie.
He's a hoops junkie.
All right, clip 4.
Arkansas. You just call people from Arkansas Arkansans stupid?
No, I didn't say that. Clip 5. Here's clip 5.
Those are our neighbors to the west.
A player, part of that trade with the Lakers and all these teams.
Go Hogs.
Max Christie got traded, and somebody was asked about Max Christie. He said, I thought that was Doug Christie's son for like years, but I clarified it with him, and they are not related. Same measurables, 6'6" off guard, so, I mean.
I know this one. This one is it's Klay Thompson. And these teammates with Max Christie.
Yes. Yeah, it has to be somebody on the team, and I don't think it would be Kyrie. So, yeah, Klay Thompson.
You can roll it if you got it.
I thought that was Doug Christie's son for, like, years. But I would clarify that with him. They're not related. But same measurables, 6'6" off guard. So, I mean, I've been incredibly impressed with Max.
I like the answer.
Max Christie has gotten better, man. That guy's actually turned into a good NBA player, solid role player in the league. Yeah, Kyrie wouldn't have said that. He'd been like,
he wouldn't have admitted he didn't know.
He said I was
Kyrie may have said, "Who's Max Christie?"
No, Kyrie would have said I was talking to young Max, and we're from similar tribes. And, you know, like
when Max,
Kyrie would be
when
very
Max
peaceful
discovered
about
the
it.
Great Northwest.
Shout out Kyrie. Kyrie seems to be such a much more peaceful place. His mindset and life and how he feels. Good for him. Shout out Kyrie.
Clip 6. You know how dominant they were in the non-conference season? The SEC was 185-23. Since January 4th until Tuesday, the teams are 82-82. It's been no ability to pull away. We had the clip from Archie Miller a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, who actually was serious when he said it.
And so was this guy.
And I know this one as well. And
Do you know who this one is?
Oh, this is Carl Ravitch.
It is Carl,
It's Carl Ravitch, yeah.
I think he tried to come back
We know
and
how
say,
dominant they were in the non-conference season, the SEC. They were 185-23. Since January 4 into Tuesday, the SEC teams are 82-82. It's not as if one team or two teams or three. They're 82-82. Like there's been.
Is that in the game notes or something? Why do people keep using this?
Well,
to think that it's some sort of stat.
We have an update.
Ravitch
We have an update from Ravi.
Yeah, he's a legend, so I'll give him a pass. Look at him still calling games too.
Yeah.
Carl Ravitch, man. Baseball tonight. Bring it back. Is it still on?
I don't know.
There you go. There's his Carl Ravitch's response. 4 hours after landing, it's overwhelming. I will take the L. My bad, my mistake. I don't understand why. Yeah, why would you?
He's got
at
a
this
pug.
point?
He's got a little pug. That's his profile picture.
All right.
That's all you can do. He admitted it. Hold your L.
Yeah. It's just crazy because it's like a week ago the same thing happened.
I would have just tweeted
In college basketball.
to Archie Miller.
If that would have happened to me, I would have just said I'm an idiot. That guy would have retweeted and said I'm an idiot. Just laughed at myself. You have to laugh at yourself.
All right, clip 7. We're going to get this thing rolling. I sat there. I watched more opposing fans in here than our own people, and that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me because I'm the head coach here, and yes, I got us in this predicament, but don't come back here when we're losing or when we're winning because we're turning this around, man. You better believe that. Everyone that gave up on me, believe it. Write this date down and believe it because we're going to get this thing rolling. I don't care if you gave up on me or not.
What sport is this?
College basketball?
College basketball?
Sure.
I think I might know it. But I don't know his name. I think is that the Notre Dame coach?
I was going to say, it's not Calipari. Calipari wouldn't say that.
Also, at the end of it, he swats the microphone off the table.
Yeah, it's the Notre Dame coach.
Okay.
All right, roll it.
I don't know who that
Get this
is.
thing
Micah
rolling.
Shrewsbury.
I sat there and watched more Louisville fans in here than Notre Dame people. And that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for me because I'm the head coach here. And yes, I got us in this predicament.
A predicament?
But don't come back when we're losing or when we're winning because we're turning this around, man. You better believe that. Everybody that gave up on me, believe it. Write this date down and believe it because we're going to get this thing rolling. I don't care if you gave up on me or not.
Oh, man. He's
He was
pissed.
pissed.
Micah Shrewsbury.
Well, they just lost to Louisville by 15 at home with more fans there.
When did Mike Bray retire? I
2
just
years
found
ago?
I just found out today that
He's in the NBA now with somebody.
Mike Bray?
Yeah. I don't know if he's a coach. He might be like a consultant or something.
Yeah.
But he's on a staff of somebody's.
They are, let's see, Notre Dame is on the season 11-14, 13th in the ACC.
I love Notre Dame head coach crashes out after Louisville lost.
That was a pretty good
Oh,
rant.
so yeah, Mike Bray was there from, he's been 23 years. So this is his first season, or he'd been there 1 year.
The rant is actually 2.5 minutes long. That part I just showed you was the final 30 seconds of it. It's very long. It's the first question in the thing, and he starts off slowly and calmly and just kind of unravels as it goes along. And
he was Penn State's head coach. Okay.
Yeah.
Who, Micah?
Yeah.
Shrewsbury, yeah.
He went 14-17 and then 23-14 at Penn State, and then he got the Notre Dame gig, 13-20 and 11-14. I don't know, man. Notre Dame should have a ton of money.
Oh, they've lost 4 of the last 5.
Yeah, he should be able to pay for some players, man. They should have a ton of money because they're in a conference in basketball.
But they get the NIL football leftover money.
Yeah, they get that money
which
too.
Which is plenty.
Which is what you see the SEC. Like, they're awesome in basketball now.
They figured it out.
They've also grown out and just gotten like a bunch of 26-year-olds. Like, see Auburn's team, like half their roster's like Devin Booker's age.
All right, that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
Good work. Good who said it today.
Good who said it.
All right, let's take a final break. When we come back, we got some free picks.
Nuggets. We haven't done Nuggets.
And we'll do Nuggets. We'll do Nuggets and free picks when we return here on The Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
A night of comedy with Sebastian Maniscalco and Jim Gaffigan.
Now, is this a family? Is this your mother? Where is she? Is she in the crowd? You don't know where your mom is. The mom's up there. What kind of family is this? I'm sorry.
Sebastian Maniscalco and Jim Gaffigan.
I went ziplining for the last time. What is wrong with us? Would you pay $200 to feel like you're about to die 6 times?
Live in Memphis, FedEx Forum, Friday, February 21st. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
It's your turn to drive into luxury at Southland Casino Hotel. Join us on Saturdays to win your share of up to $1 million in free play and prizes. And don't miss the chance to take home luxury itself during the grand finale drawings. Drive off in a 2025 Land Rover on February 1st or a 2025 Range Rover on March 1st. 2 vehicles, 2 finales, 1 million ways to enjoy luxury only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Welcome back to The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everybody. It's The Odds Couple Monday edition of the large program. We'll be back with you again on Thursday at 2 o'clock live here on the Grind City Media app and the Grind City Media YouTube channel. And you can join us then Mondays and Thursdays from 2 until 3-ish. We got some free picks coming up here in a moment. One final today. Canada has beaten Finland 5-3. It was 4-0, and Finland came back to make it 4-3. But then an empty netter by Sid the Kid gives Canada the win 5-3. One of your favorite players, right?
I love Sidney Crosby. Yeah.
All right.
Shout out Sidney Crosby.
We got some free picks in a moment, but first, how about some fish nuggets? Let's get some fish nuggets. All right. First one is a football one. The only player to win a national championship, a Heisman Trophy, and a Super Bowl. The only players to do it are Devontae Smith, who joins this group, Reggie Bush, Charles Woodson, Marcus Allen, and Tony Dorsett.
Didn't Reggie Bush not win one? Didn't they take it away?
Well, they took it away, but
so it doesn't count.
They'll give it back.
All right.
Number 2. He does have
He got the Heisman back. Did they gave the national championship back? Didn't they vacate that also?
I don't think they vacated that, did they?
I don't know. I thought they did.
Maybe they did. I don't know. Whatever, Lang.
I think they lost it that year. Didn't he? They lost to Texas that year that Reggie Bush won. They didn't even win
When did he win the national championship?
I don't know, but they won.
According to this, he won a national.
No, he did. Probably the year before that.
I don't know why we question the Nuggets. Yeah. Next.
I don't either. They're sitting in the 3 seed right now, just like half game back of the Grizzlies for the 2 seed.
Yeah.
Why are we questioning the
They've won like 8 straight, too. San Jose State basketball. San Jose State was on a 17-1 against the spread heater. Then I started betting the Spartans. They haven't covered 3 of the last 4.
I don't like the fish nuggets becoming personal.
Yeah.
You reference yourself in this nugget. That's
This next thing you're going to start talking in the third person.
Yeah.
That one made me angry. I saw that they were 17-1 against the spread. I'm like, I'm jumping on them.
And then Rob Fisher started betting them. You're going to start
the nuggets became
like
anthropomorphic.
That's right.
You ever thought about calling these fish food?
Fish food? No. I haven't. I should, maybe.
Okay. Damn, that's all right.
All right.
Thought I had a good idea
dismissive.
there.
Tom Izzo, Michigan State head coach. He
Ace
passed
to the Izzo.
Bob Knight for the most wins in Big Ten history with 354. Congratulations.
That
to
is
Coach
probably
Iz.
something you would have said. How many wins does Bob Knight have in Big Ten history? Nobody would have ever guessed that, right?
353.
That's why we got it here on the Nuggets. Temple, meanwhile, Temple basketball, the over is on a 15-0 run for Temple.
Oh, Temple of the Dog, not going
15
hungry.
straight, including yesterday. 15 straight now, going over. They went over yesterday against Florida Atlantic.
They're going hungry.
Is that Brevin's
for an
brother
under.
as their coach?
No, he is at Rutgers.
Rutgers, yeah, my bad.
And they suck. I lose on them every game, too.
They have Ace Bailey and the other guy.
Yeah, Harper.
Dylan Harper,
Yeah.
There have been 44 number 1 versus number 2 games all time. This weekend, Auburn and Alabama was the first ever SEC matchup between a number 1 and a number 2. How about that? This next one is from Michael Wallace here at Grind City Media. He tweeted it out, and I stole it. There are only 2 NBA players up this point who have made exactly 103 pointers. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Jalen Wells. How about that? And they are tied for the team lead in made threes.
Well, I would say so if they're the only 2 in the
They're the only 2 that are on 100 exactly.
Oh.
There are people with more.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
No, they just have 100 exactly.
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. That was from Michael Wallace. Mac McClung, he was the slam dunk champion. His career earnings are $132,000. His dunk contest earnings are $310,000.
That's okay. So
keep dunking, Mac McClung.
It made me wonder how much does that coach make?
So I will
the
say,
dunk coach.
Yeah, that must not be a lucrative job.
By the way, the NBA needs to chill on their website. Like, I literally just went to their stats page and I had 3 things pop up.
Yeah.
Go, buy this from the NBA. Buy this. Second half league pass. I don't need this crap. When
I got the ad blocker and it still does it to me.
Yeah, it's annoying as hell. So I will say on that, he's on a 2-way this year.
Mac McClung?
Yeah, 2-ways make over $500,000 now. So
he's on a 2-way with Orlando?
Yeah. Osceola.
Good for him.
He was when we played him earlier this year.
He wore the Magic uniform in the dunk contest. Yeah.
All right. Free picks.
Yeah.
Who's got free picks?
I'm going. So Thursday night now we got USA Canada in the championship. I'm seeing early lines right now pop up. USA -1.5 is the spread. It's in Boston, so they get home. They won the last match, and the over under is 5.5. If you take the money line, it's USA -114. So I might just throw a little money on the red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
let's do it. They beat them in Montreal. Let's beat them in Boston.
Yeah,
let's win this 4 Nations Cup.
Yeah, I'm going the over tonight for U.S. and Finland. Over 5.5 is the number.
I think Finland's doing the 1, 2, 3 Cancun huddles already.
Well,
they're out.
I mean, who in the U.S. are they going to?
They might not play their better players.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
But the other guys might be like, all right,
they're still all-stars.
Let's run it up.
Yeah. Also, college basketball tonight. I got a little parlay for you tonight in college basketball.
Duke plays somebody tonight, right?
We're going Jacksonville State plus 1.5 at Bethune-Cookman, and we're taking the over 146.5 in that game. Going with Jacksonville State and the over in that one. Love Duke tonight. Duke minus 13.5 at Virginia. I like all road teams tonight. Kansas State plus 2.5 at Utah. Arizona plus a 1.5 at Baylor as well. So those are my plays for this evening and my free picks for you. Roser, got any free pick?
Take Duke tonight. I don't even know what the spread is.
13.5.
Yeah, take Duke. Do you know who's made the most threes in the NBA this season?
Luke Kennard.
No. I'm looking at it, Fish, so don't cheat.
Well, I would.
East or West?
West.
Curry.
Buddy Hield.
Third. No. Buddy Hield, no. Not even in the top 10.
No. Curry's third, you said?
Curry's
Harden.
third. Harden, no.
Norm Powell.
No.
Thought I had it.
Norm Powell's 15th.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anthony Edwards. 227 threes.
I bet he's-
Second
Has he attempted the most?
Yeah, I mean, he takes
Yeah,
like
I was
10 or
gonna say, he
11
must
a
have
game.
attempted the
He
most,
takes like
though.
10
He
or
shoots-
11 a game.
that's all he does.
Malik Beasley is second with 216. Steph Curry is third with 201. 189 tied is Tyler Hero and Jason Tatum. Then we have Donovan Mitchell, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Jordan Poole, and then tied in 10th is our Darius Garland and Jalen Green. The Celtics have 3 guys in the top 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of The Odds Couple. We will be back with you again on Thursday at 2 o'clock live. CJ Hurt will join us as well, as we'll talk about the upcoming weekend. We got a big weekend in SEC basketball. Tigers back in action this weekend as well. The NBA resumes one game tomorrow, and then the schedule resumes on Thursday as well. So we'll talk a lot of NBA on the program on Thursday.
I love the NBA, unlike people who
We
talk about
all
it on
love the
national
NBA.
television. We
Yeah.
actually like
Let's go
the product.
NBA.
Dirt diggers out there that are digging dirt on the NBA.
We all think things could be better, but we don't think it's a trash product because it is not.
No. All right. That's going to do it for us. For Lang, for Roser, I'm Fish. Thank you very much for joining us here on The Odds Couple. We'll talk to you again Thursday at 2 right here on Grind City Media.